All right, we're live in Doomsday's Krypt talking Phantasm. It's going to be a new thing every Sunday leading up to Phantasm Orlando, August 19th through the 21st. I'm here with my good buddy Brian.
How you doing?
Nicole is missing. She's disappeared.
Yeah, she's doing something over here.
She's doing something there. She's there in spirit.
Yes.
We got the Flug, the Horror Freak 85, Stephen Flug with us, and Phantasm promoter Anthony Greco. Good to have you guys all here. I'm excited about these Sunday night Phantasm talks. Talk about the guests, what's going on at this event. I think it's going to be a really kick-ass event. It's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. It was a blast last year. It's your first time. You're going to be going, Steven, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to have a blast, I'm telling you. Watch out for the Greco. We got a Facebook user, but I don't know who it is. You can allow us to see it if you go to the Doomsday Krypt group, or you can join us here on YouTube. Also,
I wonder who that is. That's got to be somebody
who knows you, obviously. Trust me, we know him too. We're watching out for this guy. Good to see you, Shangy. Always nice to see Shangy girl here. So let's start off with Phantasm Orlando. Let me put the share button on. We're going to go to the Phantasm website, if that sounds good to you, and we'll talk about some of these guests that you got coming already. I know one for sure.
Which one would that be?
Miss Beatrice Bupley. I'm excited to actually meet her in person. I think the fans are going to absolutely love her. And if I do this, I will. All right, let's see here. There we go. Phantasm Orlando. We got the Fear Street cast coming. The Fear Street slashers.
They're
very cool.
Was it horror? I think it was, or wherever. But yeah, they're a good group.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you'll have to scroll down because that'll just do the rotator.
Oh, yeah,
that won't have all the pictures in it.
Well, we saw Boris. I love his show. He's an awesome, entertaining guy. So we got Lloyd Pitts, Noah Garrett, Jordan DiNatale. I hope I'm saying it right. And Kevin Waterman. So those are the 4 Street slashers you're going to meet. And I love the looks of the Fear Street slashers. I cannot decide which one's my favorite either because all the looks are pretty awesome.
A lot of people I know like the little kid with the bat, with the baby mask, the cherub mask. We don't have him, but everyone loves him.
I'm glad that they finally made that. Those books were really popular when I was in high school and junior high. I'm glad that someone actually tried to make them into either a show or a movie.
Yeah, I waited for the longest time for Fear Street. I got goosebumps now. Come on, you.
I heard it was very different than the books, though. But they did put the books in the movie, or the movies.
Yeah, they a lot of nods to it and little pictures of them, references.
Bless me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I don't want to spoil the series too much, but if you haven't seen it, it is a fun slasher series. It pretty much goes through the 90s, the 70s, and back in the Salem witches, really. Yeah, the 1800s.
Yeah.
So
we got the Academy Award-winning makeup artist, Christopher Nelson, who did all the makeup and the killer masks. He'll be there as well.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Actually, I don't know if we could say, but I know we're planning on doing a panel, and we'll certainly be talking about his films, to say the least.
I know Brian's got a couple panels he's going to be doing. So
yeah, we got a couple of good panels, which we'll talk about a little bit here after we go through the guests.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me go back to the guests. So exciting news for anybody who is a Fear Street fan that watched it on Netflix. And if you haven't, check it out on Netflix. It's a fun series or trilogy of movies to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then
very, very entertaining.
As we spoke about before, the amazing Beatrice Bupley, Freddy Krueger's mother herself, Amanda Krueger. She embraces that role so much, and she's so good to fans. I can't wait for people to meet her.
Yeah, she definitely owns up to it. She owns it. She loves it. Revels in it for sure.
She does, and I got to give her agent a big shout out to Peter Valderrama. Awesome guy. really, really cool. I've spoken with him a few times. Incredibly nice guy. So big shout out to him as well. And Beatrice, if she happens to pop in, which she does sometimes, you know, I hope you're healing well. We're all praying for you to get back to 100%. And we're all looking forward to seeing you in August.
She had back surgery, right? Is that what she had?
Yeah. Yeah. She had spinal fusion, I think she said. So, yeah. Then we got Arian Armstrong, the flashback Myers. I'm excited about that because that's going to be one of his. I mean, I can't imagine he's had that many appearances yet. So this has got to be one of the first ones he'll be at.
I believe so. Not his first. I think he's done maybe a couple more.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, the flashback part of Halloween Kills was some of my favorite parts of the movie.
I wanted more. I wanted it longer. They should have gone back a couple times, I think. But I get why they didn't. The story progression, you know.
Yeah. Well, Sean Clark made a good point. He would have liked the whole film of it, and I can't agree more with it. I was watching his live stream one night.
Yeah, and then he do a lot of great stunts in John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in John Wick 2.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him. And I'm also looking forward to meeting a lot of people. Whether you love it or not, I thought Don Shanks was an amazing Michael Myers. I love Halloween 5. I love, Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are my favorite. The story went a little off in 5 and 6, but I still love those movies. My favorites. So, yeah, I'm excited to meet Don Shanks. And then you got Chris Durand, who is an awesome Michael Myers, too. I always loved the Michael Myers. I mean, sometimes the movies aren't, but this is some people's favorite Halloween is H2O. And I understand it. It was definitely a very grounded story. It was good to see Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie. And
it was the first time they decided to forego and do a direct sequel to the original movie. And then they just did it again a couple of years ago. So
yeah, I still say with 2018 they should have continued after H2 because I think they lost a lot of the story trying to avoid them being related and then make it worse.
Sean said the same. Sean Clark says the same thing too. It makes more sense for the town to be so rampant about stopping it. The terrorizing of the town. It was literally 5 people, 6 people, and then that was it. But if it would have continued on and H2 would have been involved as well, I think it would have
made more sense.
Yeah.
And the thing about H2O is at that time, Kevin Williamson was hot. I mean, he came off of Scream and Dawson's Creek. And so he was the hot writer in Hollywood. So his script was very solid. The movie itself, I mean, it had its ups and downs, but for the story, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's definitely that late 90s feel. It definitely has that feel to it. But I liked it. I liked the setting. I liked the music for the most part. But I thought Jamie Lee was really good in it. Really good.
Yeah, surprisingly, LL Cool J was an interesting character in that movie.
Yeah, he was fun. It was definitely an interesting role for him, kind of like his role in Deep Blue Sea as well.
Yeah, I love the scene in H2O where he's in the booth talking to his girlfriend and reading about the novel that he's writing, and you see Michael just walk right behind him. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and her coming over the phone was hilarious as well. Very funny.
We got Jason. I'll give a shout out to some of the people in the chat. Very excited to see you guys here. The Harry Kirshner, Dawn of the Dead guy is classic. Agree. There's a lot of Dawn of the Dead fans. Vinny's a huge Dawn of the Dead fan. I know Anthony's a huge Dawn of the Dead fan. I'm not sure on Steven. I know he loves all horror. We got Cody Huskins.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah. It looks like Omar is ready to hop in.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even. You know what? it's so weird on there. And Vinny's here too. We got them all. Welcome, Omar, and welcome, Vinny.
Thank you. Can you guys
What's
hear me
going
okay?
on, fellas?
We can hear you. I'm just giving a shout out to everybody in the chat. Cody Huskins of Huskins Horror is here. Amazing guy, amazing talent. Guy dresses up like everything and kills it as whether it's Michael Myers or Leatherface or anything. Christopher Nelson is a legend. Yeah, he's a great guest. Some really great guests have been announced. Really, really amazing people. Even some of the ones I met last year, like Austin Janowski, I'm looking forward to seeing him again. He was incredibly nice. I love him as an artist. He'll just sit there and draw, and awesome guy. I can't wait to see him again. I think people really enjoy meeting him. Jason Trevette, Aaron P. Yeah, Aaron P. will be at Phantasm. Can't wait to see Aaron P. again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and setting up a hotel. We got the Lost Leatherface with us. Brett Wagner saying a good panel. Yeah, we got a great panel up here tonight for sure.
Hey,
We got another amazing talented artist. Actually, that's how I met Brett. Was through Michael Toth. If you guys haven't checked out his art, it's amazing. He actually has done some Beatrice pieces already. Actually, I think he's got everybody done. Michael Christopher, Don Shanks. So, yeah, some really, really cool stuff. Good to see everybody. Let's go, Vinny. Vinny's always got the fans out there, too. But let's go back to the Phantasm page. So we got Christopher Nelson, a legend in the industry right there. I mean, the words can't explain that man enough and what he's done. Legend. Was able to meet Michael Christopher at the other event in the what was it in? It was May. I almost forget. Yeah, Spookala. It feels like forever ago. At Spookala, we met Michael Christopher, a really nice guy. I was able to give him a Michael Toth piece, and Vinny's got some amazing busts he's made. But you want to show those off, Vinny? I'll put him on this. He's done some really,
he's
really.
the next one that I'm doing.
Yeah. We talked about doing one for Michael too, so that'll be really cool.
He's the next one that I'm doing.
Yeah. Why don't you show off those busts?
I gotta start getting rid of stuff. I got no room.
Yeah, I helped him clear out some room. I got the Jason doc. He's like all excited. I got room, and then like 2 days later, he's got it filled up again.
Here, let me turn the light up.
I love that. I love both of them, really.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me hold on. If I can find it. There we go. Light it up.
And I know that ice cream truck.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that one. You know what that's going for.
Oh, yes. Yes, I just got done watching Ravage. I hadn't watched Ravage yet, so.
This is all
Really cool.
cotton and latex.
Yeah, it is really cool.
And I got the fat ass over there.
Yeah. Oh, Leatherface. Yeah, you said you beefed him up a little bit.
Yeah, I had to, man. He was looking kind of anorexic.
He was trying to get fit. Wanted to be seen.
He was about as skinny as Flyboy. And
usually he's hanging out in the Sawyer house, behind that sliding door. He doesn't like to come out unless it's at night and a little dark.
I might change the base and put this there instead. I'm not sure though.
Yes, well, you can always switch it around with you.
Yeah,
you can always.
Because I got plenty of room in here to do that.
Good to see Kyle. What?
Been working on this today.
Yeah, it doesn't look cramped at all in there. Not at all.
No, hell no, not at all.
Oh, that's
really more.
If I didn't have a swivel chair, I'd be staring at one wall. And then I got this. Oh, you can see what's in the background. I got this that I'm working on.
Nice. Hey, with that Bruce Lee, are you going to add the scratches on the front?
Oh, definitely.
Nice.
Most definitely. He's going to be just like, if you can see it, I don't know. It's going to be just like that one back there.
Nice.
Then
I
got
didn't
this-
realize you had the Meyer sculpt back there.
What happened?
The Meyer sculpt?
What, that right there?
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's a 3D print. I didn't do that one.
That's a pretty cool print, though. Not
It's
bad.
not bad. I mean, the face is smooth, but the rest of it wasn't prepped before it was.
Oh,
primed.
is that the one you were saying you had to do a little bit of work on?
I got to do a lot of work to it, a lot of sanding, and it's just it
Yeah.
shouldn't have been primed. But
I like that Sam from Trick or Treat. That's pretty cool over there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
was
it
looking
came
at
from Spirit
Yeah, that's the Spirit little
Spirit
souvenir.
Halloween. Yeah,
Oh, is it really? Okay.
just don't order them because every time I see people they get them, they're smashed because they don't
Oh.
pack them good.
Yeah, because we thought about shipping it, and you're like, oh, it'd probably get broken
Yeah,
the way they treat it.
Yeah, they're very fragile. And I don't know if the
Or they're
camera
not
will
there.
reach.
When you go to the store, a lot of the Sam stuff is gone. You see people carry.
There he is, unmasked Sam, up there.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those right there, the zombie ones are going to be busts eventually too. I got shit.
Are any of those the blank ones I sent you? Have you ever? Are those still
Nah,
probably in
those
the box
those are under here.
somewhere?
Somewhere under there. Those are somewhere.
So what's the
this hasn't even
process?
been
Like,
finished.
how long does it take you to from start to finish?
For what, a bust?
Yeah.
Well, the body I make in probably a few hours. And then I use a mask for it. So that's the easy part. I usually repaint the mask. I have to repaint the Leatherface mask because he looks green. And then like depending on the base, like that base there, I didn't just make that. I made that about a year ago, and I wanted to make a bust for it. I had all the clothes and everything and the mask for the bust, but I never had time because somebody keeps me too damn busy.
I don't know who would do that to
We
you.
won't mention any names, John.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But I figured
That
let me
guy's
throw
always
that on the
ordering.
base. And then
Order
this
up.
one here, this is the same deal. I made that about a year ago, and I wanted to make a bust for it, but been too busy, so I finally got to the bust. And then this, I've had that figure laying around since they first came out. And I wanted to make a bust with that mask and that figure. And that elevator probably took me, I don't know, 2 days maybe to make.
Well, no railings, no rails.
No railings, man. It would have taken a month with railings and fire.
I
It'd
was
be a
gonna say,
month.
guessing the elevator wasn't on fire.
Those would be great though if we
But-
sent them. If we throw them on the table, since there's a lot of Dawn of the Dead can be a phantasm. I know you're a huge Dawn of the Dead guy. Although we got a lot to ship by the time we get there.
That's my
But amazing stuff.
that's my new favorite piece in my whole collection.
Yeah,
This-
I think.
see her back there. That used to be her.
Oh, the Reagan, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's made from. I've had people say, "Oh, you're full of shit," but if you match it up to the actual cast, that's made from a Dick Smith mold, from a cast of Linda Blair.
I was gonna say, I thought you mentioned that. Brett Wagner saying Dawn of the Dead is his favorite movie of all time too. And I spoke
I
to
love Dawn of the Dead, man.
Michael Christopher the other day, and I was telling him that Doomsday's Krypt's got a lot of Dawn of the Dead fans in the talent department out here. So yeah,
See, I saw-
Michael Christopher is really cool.
I saw Dawn of the Dead back in 1980, 81, 82 at the drive-in. I saw it with Dawn of the Dead and Zombie. And it was like $7 a carload.
Yeah, right.
And they
Well,
played
those
it
are
for like
some of my
3 months
first-
straight.
Those were some of my first horrors that I'd watch. Is the Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. As a kid in the '80s, those would always be on during Halloween time. And yeah, oh man, I loved watching them. They were all fun. They were always fun movies. It's some better
Even
than
the
others,
color
but they were all
version is
fun.
great.
I think even just having the TV edited versions,
We
just
got a
having
wang.
them on Halloween, that was just quintessential growing up, right? Like, I think I saw Dawn of the Dead. I saw most of the Nightmare on Elm Streets that way for the first time, and it wasn't until I started being able to get my own videos and stuff from the stores that I was able to watch them in their entirety.
Yeah, they'd always play. Halloween was always on.
Oh, Anthony, I didn't even see you there. What's going on?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually,
You didn't- I got it. Well, Anthony, I guess you don't have that proper lighting you were asking me about.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was looking at John. That's why. And I was looking around here. No sign language in new cars tonight, Anthony.
it's all right. I actually got to pop out here in a minute or two because I got to go pick up my dog.
Well, let's go finish going through the website and going over some of the guests. We got some more zombies here. Dawn of the Dead. We got. I do not want to butcher the name. Michelucci. Okay.
Yeah.
Fluky? What?
Scope zombie, and he was a couple zombies elsewhere in the film as well, and he also is a writer, producer, designer. He did a lot of the design work for the original merchandise that came out, trading cards, poster magazine, the classic magazine with
That's not the dude that
sitting up. Yeah,
that's not the dude that did home movies, right? During
What's
the
that?
filming. There was one of the people that played a zombie. He did home movies during the filming.
I think that was a different guy. I don't know if Bob
Super
did
8.
filming with that. But there is home movies and super footage.
Yeah, I have them somewhere. I got them on YouTube.
And then his wife, Dean Michelucci, was the zombie mom in the 30th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead. And their daughter was also an extra in that as well.
Keep it in the family. Family of zombies.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Austin before. He actor, writer, director, artist. I've read his book Zombies. Actually, I got some of his art behind me on the wall. I bought some of it. Super awesome dude. I can't wait to meet him again down there. He was sitting with Joe Davison, and both those guys were hilarious and really, really cool. And
yeah, Austin's great. He'll be back as many times as he wants to come back. He's got an invite.
Yeah, he's an incredibly nice guy. He really is. And then we got Christopher Nelson.
Again, you mentioned Christopher Nelson. You're kissing his butt a little bit there, John. It's like the
What's that?
You brought him up like 7 times.
Hey, I can't help it. Hey, I'm excited about a bunch of things. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Christopher Nelson, Bill Slevin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My bad.
First.
All he cares about is Christopher.
That's all he says.
I do. I'm a big fan. Hey, what can I say?
Well, now, can you imagine when
He's
we
no
all
Vinny.
He's
no
his
Vinny.
line
But
is going to be the longest line because you mentioned him like 20,000 times.
Right.
John got a crush.
I want every single one of the celebs to have a line a mile long at Phantasm. I want to see everybody have fun and meet these amazing guests. I know I'm going to be in line. I'm going to make Big Tony Anthony watch my table for me. I'll be just wandering around.
There you go.
Well, my mom can always clear a path with her scooter if I need it, so I'm not too worried there. And then we got.
Just push everyone off to the side.
I asked if you'd put like the highway rails going in just to keep everybody safe, but he said that'd be on my dime. Forget it. Survival of the fittest.
The big orange barrels full of water and sand, like at the off ramp.
There you go.
My mom might be the most. People might be the most excited by the time we get done with this. My mom being a celebrity on the scooter lady. Right. She's a horror movie in herself when she's driving that thing. It's deadly.
By the time the shit's over.
No joyride. We got Kelly. Oh my God, the name butcher is here. You can say the last name. I'm not even going to attempt it. Talk about Kelly. Gumatiki.
I got everyone popping in on here.
Just spell it. It's easier.
Kulmatycky. Let's see. Oh, she's a paranormal investigator. There's a lot of paranormal there, which is cool. I know a lot of people love the paranormal stuff, so that's good. You got a lot of the authors. You got a lot of paranormal being there. Nick Benson's going to be there. A legend in the business. Worked on Tremors, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. he's got quite a list of achievements in his career, that's for sure. Very excited to meet him. The guys at Monster Manor, always cool to see them at an event.
Boris.
Excited to see Boris again. Yeah.
He's a living character. That man is awesome.
He's
really, really cool. I can't wait to meet him again or see him again. We didn't get a chance to spend as much time, but we actually talked about that on his last live stream. I was honored they remembered who I was. I was like, oh, hell yeah. So hopefully I can get Boris on. He spoke about coming on the show, so I got to reach out to him again.
You'll never get him off the show.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, it'd be fun.
Be good? He'll love to come on because he'll have more than his 10 minutes that Scott allows him to have.
Well, they got I love the setup they have for him too. His outfit's great, and his it's really cool. Scott Fenister, owner of Sculpture Studios, Fenister Sculpture Studios, creator and host of Monster Manor. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting for people. If you don't know much about Monster Manor, you're in for a treat there. Very, very cool. You know they're going to be bringing that fire.
Scott was on Face Off on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Right. He was on Face Off. So.
I used to love that
show. It's just a very cool.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Just a good classic monster podcast that they got going on. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I have to cut and run. I have to drive and go pick up my daughter. So thanks for having me on. And I'm sure John will butcher everyone else's names.
Yeah, I can butcher. There's a whole bunch more I can butcher that I'm all ready to butcher the name.
Be sure to bring up Christopher Nelson.
I will. Did you guys know Christopher Nelson will be there?
Haven't heard his name in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about all the people. I'm excited for Arian Armstrong. Of course, Beatrice Bupley, I'm incredibly excited about. That's going to be an awesome time. You know, I got a lot of plans with Vinny and other artists and talents in Doomsday's Krypt to make her area straight fire. So that's exciting for me, not only to meet her, but to really make a really cool area right around.
And don't forget about Christopher Nelson.
And Christopher Nelson. I'm gonna get my goatee just like his by the time I get there.
Is that the next?
We're gonna be twins.
Every time you say Christopher Nelson, we take a drink now.
Take a shot. Yeah.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm at work. That would be bad.
Oh, look at Omar.
We'll be passed out. Everybody will be dead.
All right. Let me get
guys,
back to
take it easy. I got a jet.
Have a good
all
one,
right,
Ann.
take care.
See you guys.
Have a good
Good
night.
to see you, Ann.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Is that Chucky? I can't see. It's hard to see where you're holding.
It's hard to see.
Has it been all ice?
No, this is. That's Chucky.
Oh, Chucky. That's why I thought of my initial. Oh, that wasn't the same figure. All right, go back. Is it Reagan?
No.
I can't. It's hard to see because it's black and there's kind of.
I had to reprint it.
Oh, is it David?
His teeth.
Oh, that's David. Yeah. It's David. All right.
The fangs didn't come out. I had to reprint it. That's why I showed you.
Yeah, the bust.
I showed you this before.
It was just. Well, I knew that was David's bust, but I couldn't. The face was hard to tell. I don't know if you guys could see it real well, but because it's not painted,
it just came off the printer.
Yeah. It looks good though. Once I noticed who it was without it being painted, I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" That's gonna be an awesome.
That's one of Omar's. What do you call that, Omar? Your holy trilogy of vampire films.
My holy trinity. Yes. So the 80s gave us Fright Night, Lost Boys, and Near Dark, and I consider those just the best.
I like to throw Monster Squad in there too.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Oh, you will find no argument here. I love some Monster Squad. That is one.
I love the looks and I love the practical effects they used in that. Even if it was kind of like Goonies / an 80s growing up kids movie, but it was
Honestly,
I really
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're
why I
fine.
like
I
it.
was gonna say,
You
I
know?
know this is Phantasm, but they are gonna have some Monster Squad people in Orlando at Spooky though. I think Wolfman's gonna be there, and Vampire or Dracula, and the Mummy.
oh, very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the production value that went into that Gillman is so memorable.
Oh yeah, that was
Like
awesome.
that was the version of the creature that I grew up knowing until I found the classic one. Right? Like as a kid, I only knew Monster Squad. And that version of him I always thought stood out. I really, really love it.
Well, the slight tweak to update all the classic monsters, I thought was great in Monster Squad. I mean, I really, because they couldn't use, I forget what it was, because I watched the documentary. They couldn't use the exact like looks of, but they had to do little slight changes for the Universal monsters, and they did. And I thought they came out great. I thought Wolfman looked great. I thought everybody looked great in that movie. That's
I
what
wish
stands
I
out.
knew who owned the rights, because I want like an actual great Blu-ray of the Monster Squad with like the documentary on there and special features. I mean, Lionsgate did an okay one, but I want like Scream Factory to do one.
So the first one that they released, like for I think it was like the 20th anniversary or something like that, when the DVD came out, was really good. Like they had like some good retrospective documentaries on there and stuff, and it wasn't a bad picture. And then Lionsgate released that other one that was just kind of bare bones, and that's the only one you can get at all, unless you like scour the internet and find it on eBay or something, find someone selling it. And I never understood that at all, why they stripped it down.
Yeah,
it seemed like the opposite of what you would do.
Yeah, that's a movie that is ripe. I would say for a remake. Because it wasn't super popular when it came out. It became cult over the years, but that's a movie I think people would be okay if they went back.
There's remakes I do like. There's remakes I do like. I think it could be a good remake. I think it'd be cool. That kind of. I just get concerned every time Hollywood gets their hands on a classic and tries to update it. Last night I was talking with the Clowns on the Woods guys, and we were talking about, I guess they're remaking the Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage and stuff, and it's like
you're gonna ruin it.
I mean, I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know. I just can't see it have the same charm. It's like when they did RoboCop again. It just missed without the charm. And times are just different.
Toxie though?
I don't know if he actually plays Toxic Avenger, but I don't think he's playing. I think he's just playing where he falls into the toxic waste and then he'll probably have a smaller kind of part. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think I heard it's before the transformation that he plays.
I don't know. I think they were telling me. I guess he's the one who gets bullied, but he's at an office instead of high school. And I don't know. I mean, it sounds to me like they're just taking the name Toxic Avenger and they're going to try to make as much money on it as they can. I hope I'm wrong, but
that's kind of the definition of a remake, right? That's what they do.
Well, but when it doesn't have the core heart the movie had, like I agree. Like even we talked about, and granted, Brett was in the movie Wagner, so maybe I'm a little biased, but I enjoyed the Texas Chain. Like it's one of the very few that was remade that was done well. I enjoyed the remake of Friday the 13th too.
Dawn of the Dead. That remake was.
Dawn of the Dead was really good too.
Yeah, one of the only Zack Snyder movies I like. Yeah.
Zombies shouldn't run.
No, a lot of people don't like that. I
didn't mind it too much in that one.
I don't mind it if it's like every zombie's different. If you go in Romero, you definitely don't want a running zombie. If you go, even like the Korean zombies are more fast moving zombies, which I like what Korea is doing with it. All of Us Are Dead was a great series on Netflix, and so was Train to Busan. I really enjoyed that a
Train to
lot.
Busan was
Train to
great.
Busan's
But
good,
a lot of
Absolutely.
those movies, they're not zombies though. That's virus.
Yeah. It's more virus. But even The Walking Dead, I
You know,
I
they're not
enjoyed
like
the first.
zombies.
Yeah, they're different. It's more of a virus. You're right. Yeah, it's more like rabies or something. You
Like
know.
What does everyone think of Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead?
It was good.
Oh, I love it.
I liked it.
It was definitely good.
I'm a giant, Tom Savini fanboy though, so it's going to be hard for me to say anything different.
Plus, Nicotero had his hand in there too. So I mean,
Nicotero does his thing too, and he probably has the best looking zombies on TV right now, right? Like I think Walking Dead still has some.
I'd agree. I was just going to mention. I loved when Darabont was the showrunner more the first 2-3 seasons. I kind of like the threat of the zombies, and I don't mind a slow moving zombie, but with The Walking Dead over the last bunch of seasons, it seems like you could step on their head and it turns to mush. You don't even know how they'd be able to bite hard enough to get through the skin the way they just mush.
It also doesn't really feel.
They're rotting.
Yeah, well, there's no threat with them anymore. But even when they're fresh killed, they don't feel like they feel like it seems like they're mush and easy to kill. Like you go through a skull. I don't know. The early seasons, it felt like a threat.
Anymore. Right? It doesn't really feel like a zombie.
To get killed by one of them zombies.
Yeah, you got to be.
My mom watches The Walking Dead. I think that says enough right there. She's not exactly the one showing me Elm Street and stuff when I was a kid, so it's more of a drama than it is, an actual horror show.
Well, it was old. Yeah, I watched it up till the end of the Whisperer War, and it was really the same time the comic went downhill for me because I read the comic too.
Yep.
They did some things better. I was hopeful with the Whisperer War, but then they made it. I don't even know if it ended worse or better, but I called it the Whisperer Snore. Especially in the comic, it was really, really boring. At least to me. I actually got 3 of those Negan resin statues. I forget what are they, 18-inch resin statues, still in the box. There's not already room to set one up.
Negan spinoff they're gonna do him and.
The show's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to trash The Walking Dead because I loved it for so many years.
Right.
Thomas Bruce.
Cool.
He's an amazing talent that I put on the tables. I want to give him a big shout out. He's making keychains and some really cool like magnet box set stuff. Also, the talented Michael Toth, which I spoke about before, amazing artist. Got to get that Max Carnage face, yeah. And he knew what it was. He saw that it was a Lost Boys. He saw who it was. So he knew it was David. But yeah, so Phantasm, August 19th through the 21st. It's going to be Steven's first show. Is this your second show, Brian, or were you at the actual first show too?
This is my second Phantasm, but the people that I work with were at the first one, and they got a lot of good interviews that year. So,
how about you, homie?
So yeah, this will be my second one. I was in attendance for the first one, and we had a lot of fun with it. This will be the first year that we do the panel though, which we're a part of. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're bringing 80s horror at the forefront there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to discussing that too. Yeah. That's gonna be a fun panel.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I just saw the Killer Clowns right behind you there, so that I just watched.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I love Killer Clowns.
It's great. It's so good.
That's Evil J. Love to give, and I got the art. That's Scott Straka art.
I see the Straka art out there. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I had Clowns in the Woods, and I even got over this shoulder. That was my first mask. That green-haired clown mask. That's like a $20 mask, and a young guy named Mortal Prodigy painted it for me, which was really cool. I still love that mask. It really pops back there for a $20 mask too. That was a lot of time put into painting it and changing up. That's one that I'll never leave just because it's a special mask. It'll probably deteriorate soon because, like I said, it is a cheap mask. but it's still holding up. Still holding up.
It lasted longer than some others.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so August 19th. So we're looking forward to the panel. The panel will be good. I think we still got to come up with exactly what we're going to talk about. Maybe some fans in the chat as we go on and do these on Sundays. These discussions will have some questions or some ideas we could throw into the mix, and we can give them a shout out at Phantasm for having
definitely.
the 80s question. Make it a little more fun.
I got a little kind of like a loose outline going right now, about 40 films that I want to touch on, but really it's all about the contribution. Everyone should be involved in the panel, all the fans, anybody that's going to be in attendance should be able to voice what they think should be in the panel, and I want to address that too. So I'm really, really jazzed about it. It's by the fans for the fans.
Yeah, and we actually, one of the guests reached out to me and it's like, hey, that's a cool panel. Can I be on it? So Nick Benson will be on that 80s panel.
That's going to be awesome. I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. I can't wait to talk about The Blob. That's one of my favorite remakes. We were talking about remakes earlier, and that's probably one of my favorite remakes of all time.
Yeah, that one and the Thing from 1981. They're like neck and neck.
Yes.
For me, personally.
I love the Thing. I just watched the Thing today.
Yeah, I was going to say we're also running another panel that I'm coordinating is female fans of horror. So we're going to have a panel of females and discussing what draws the female to the horror genre. So that's going to be an interesting panel as well.
I can't wait to see all those, ladies up there and seeing what they like about it, or what brought them to the genre just as much. I can't wait to be a fan in attendance of that one. I'm excited for it.
See how twisted our minds are.
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be two groups of ladies that like it for different reasons, but all in all, everybody loves it for horror.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. I mean, I know some love to do it because, some horror ladies, they'll get all dressed up. It's not bad to look at. It'll come up with some amazing outfits, and I just think it's great when everybody's kind of at these events and they show off these outfits. That's my favorite part about conventions is the cosplaying and how they dress up. And it's one of those things where I think most people are accepting and get along with everybody and put all the bull crap out the window. Every horror convention I've been to, it's always been fun interacting with everybody who comes to the table and sit there and talk to them and their experiences of horror. And that's one of the things I love about putting on a table, just sitting there and talking to different fans, their families, their kids. And that's what I mean. I think a lot of mothers enjoy it with their kids. I think a lot of fathers enjoy it with their kids and bringing those memories. And conventions to go for a weekend, it really isn't an expensive thing to do. And you're going to have memories that last a lifetime. It's a lot cheaper than Disney, let me put it that way.
For sure.
Yeah, you can bring your whole family. Like, my kids love horror conventions. And the oldest one's 11. And they dig everything. They just look at it as just a giant pretend fun time. Like, they love all the masks. They love to talk to, like, the makeup effects artists that are there every year. They obsess over that stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, and my youngest just turned 8, and he loves horror. He's loved horror since he was like 3. So
yeah, but I saw Brian and the kids at the last event in Spookala.
Yeah,
about a month ago. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I met him me and Brian hit it right off at Phantasm, the first show. He came up, we talked for a while, and it's awesome to see you and the family at Spookala. That was a blast, and I can't wait to see you again in Orlando. And also the panel is going to be a lot of fun and getting to meet Omi in person. Do you like Omar or Omi?
I like Omi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be nice to meet you in person too, Omi. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be I met you last year though, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, I stopped by the booth at Spookala.
Okay, that's you had a hat on.
I did. Yeah,
that throws me off. Is when a hat. Yeah. Well, that's what throws me off. I I butcher names. I can't remember faces if they got something like a hat on or whatever. I look in the mirror when I take off my hat. I'm like, who the hell is that guy? I'm like, oh shit.
Superman just with a hat instead of glasses.
Yeah. Usually the hat and glasses. That's my outside look, and this is my Doomsday's Krypt look. It changes.
So I'm just looking at the chat, and Anthony just posted something.
FXR's like Christopher Nelson. Yes, Anthony.
Yes.
I'm excited to meet him. I'm excited to meet all the guests. I really am. There's some really amazing ones. Christopher Nelson, of course. Austin, seeing him again. Nick Benson. That's going to be awesome doing a panel with him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a legend right there.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be
a really fun weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see Boris again.
And even though he's not on the guest list, Sean Clark, that guy is always great to talk to.
Yeah, he was really cool because I had all the stuff, and a lot of it was that Vinny did signed by the 78 cast, and that was awesome. And I was talking to him, and I was kind of, I feel like an idiot, but I didn't know who he was. We were just talking and palling around for a while. I think that makes it even better though, because you just kind of talking. It was the same thing with Joe Davison. He came over. I talked to him for like 30 minutes, then go around the corner because he was on the other side. I'm like, oh, damn, he's got a slip. Oh, Joe Davison, Stranger Things. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, because I've watched the show so many times. I enjoy Stranger Things. Still got to catch up on this season, but
this season's great. I'm actually about to drop a season review of it. Probably tomorrow night I'll drop it after I take a look at it and edit the video a little bit. But I recorded it earlier today.
Oh, nice.
But like next month, isn't there 2 more episodes? There's 2 more.
There are 2 more. Right, there are 2 more episodes. The rumor is that they are 2 hours each. So it's really like having 4 episodes.
I think they were all like about an hour and 16 minutes. I mean, they were over an hour the episode.
Yeah, they were all roughly about an hour and 16 minutes apiece, and I think these last 2 are just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to tie right into season 5, which I don't know when they're gonna drop that. Probably another 2 years, I imagine.
Probably, yeah.
You know, but it really leaned into like the 80s horror. Like from the first episode, it's Evil Dead and Nightmare on Elm Street vibes just being thrown at you, and those are my 2 favorite horror franchises of all time. So I was here for all of it.
And the death scenes in it, though, but it was incredible watching.
Oh, incredible! They really stepped it up. They did.
It's weird. It's weird for me.
It was a horror movie, basically, this season. It was a horror movie. Yeah.
So I got a question for the whole panel. What is your favorite death scene from any horror TV show or movie?
Ooh.
Well, mine, a close one, is Victor Crowley when he ripped her face open. That's one. I have a few.
That's a good one.
Can't really pinpoint one.
Yeah, that's a tough question. Hell, even if we did a from 1980 to 1985, that'd be a tough one to pick just one. What was my favorite? I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Felissa Rose, even though you didn't see her killing him. And that end scene in Sleepaway Camp, holding that head and that face, like that freaked me out for a long time. You don't really see it, but it was just one of those kills that, I don't know. Even if you didn't see it, just the fact she, stood up and you think the guy's just laying down, taking a nap, and everything's peaceful, and then.
Yeah.
So mine is like a 3-way tie. Yeah, that's awesome.
I got that from a guy named Vinny. She signed it too. Yeah, she was really cool.
So mine's a 3-way tie.
Hey, you stole that. That used to be here.
The scene in Jason X when the girl's face is frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
That one. And then of course the sleeping bag kill from part 7.
Yeah.
And the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where Tina is dragged across the. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I'm not going to harp on the fact that you just stole 3 of them when the rest of us didn't even get a chance to do one. But you didn't say the one I was going to pick, so that's fine. Day of the Dead, the intestine scene is it's classic. Yeah. It's beautiful to this day. I really wish I would have been clever enough to mention the hatchet kill from Victor Crowley, but you know, Vinny took it, and that's fine. It's so good. But yeah, I'll say Day of the Dead for me.
There's so many, but a recent one, of course.
Technical difficulties.
Terrifier when he saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Even the one where when he got Exterminator number 2, when he cuts off his head, that was pretty brutal.
You know, even talking about recent ones, it's not as gory as the other one, but it felt very impactful. Was the most recent Scream, Dewey's death?
Dewey's,
yeah. Where Ghostface, you know, does the whole "it's an honor" and like double shanks him and kind of lifts him up. Like, I thought that was a really good one. It was really. I
always thought, you know, this isn't really horror. Well, it is horror, but Hannibal, the Silence of the Lambs sequel, when he disembowels the dude off the thing, that was pretty brutal right there. That one stands out. And then when Ray Liotta, R.I.P., gets his skull and he starts putting it on the thing, that was a freaky scene.
Yeah. One that scared horror, though. Horror crosses boundaries, so it's not just one specific.
I've always said that it transcends genres. You can have romantic horror, you can have, you know, comedies, action. It doesn't matter, but it's all horror.
So Nicole over here, she said one of her favorite kills, because we just rewatched the Scream TV show, is with the giant like chainsaw thing as the guy's in the chair, and she trips on the wire and it cuts him up. She says through his head.
Oh yeah.
It comes back to the commercial. You're seeing her blood spattered through the opening in his head.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I mean, even Hard Candy was hard for me as a male to watch.
Some of the obscure ones are good too.
You had that face too, Steve. That was kind of how it was the whole time in the movie. You're not gonna do that.
No. Oh.
Don't do that. But because I mean, that was a good movie because it was one like an obscure one that would be good. Oh man.
And the collector in the club, when everybody's go down, that's
good.
Tom Savini and Maniac.
Yeah. You kind of broke up, so all we got was Tom Savini Maniac. So I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or like Scanners, when a guy's head explodes.
Oh.
Or anything in the titty twister scene from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Like when they start just murking vampires left and right, and it's just utter chaos. It's so good.
Who just wrote that?
That was Anthony.
And to the meat.
I accidentally said Christopher Nelson's twice, and now it'll be legendary. Okay.
It's legendary.
I didn't know who you were until Doomsday's Krypt just kept mentioning your name 10 times an hour.
Get his
and
name
this is probably an unpopular opinion because it's a PG-13 like horror movie, but the recent Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, there's this scene where one of the kids gets engulfed in this like giant like fat monster, and she just kind of like sucks him in, and it was so reminiscent of The Blob and everything that I was like, man, this is great. And it was all done with practical effects. An amazing kill on screen.
Is that the one where she keeps coming down the hallway?
Yeah, she keeps coming down the hallway and then just kind of like, you know, boxes him in and gets
everywhere he turns.
Like, yeah, I have my 11-year-old with me, and he's like kind of like shying away, kind of looking away from the screen. I was like, oh, this is good. For PG-13, this is really good.
Well, we got the legend Beatrice Buckley, who will be at Phantasm. She left a comment here. The grossest for her. was Freddy feeding Gretchen her own stomach in Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
Oh.
That was a pretty brutal scene. Poor Gretchen didn't. That poor girl. That definitely was probably his most brutal kill in that movie for sure. We were just talking about you, Beatrice. I hope you are feeling better from surgery. We're all excited about you coming to Phantasm. Everybody here on the panel is going to be there, except for Vinny. But you never know. You never know. Vinny's the guy doing some work. You coming? Vinny's planning on coming, so that'll be great. He'll be there, so that'll be. I'll love it too, because me and Vinny have been friends for a couple of years now, or close to a couple of years, and we haven't had a chance to hang out. So
it all started.
That'll be awesome. It did. That pumpkin right there.
Right there.
That's still everybody. Everybody still talks about that piece more than any of the other ones. I swear that one gets the most attention still. But it the way, and I put new batteries in it, so it's nice and bright again. That thing is beautiful in the dark. That is beautiful. It is a great piece. People do that. That is the piece that everybody asks the most about. And Beatrice, I'm glad. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better and healing well. And you've got a few conventions coming up after you heal up, so I'm excited for you there. And hopefully, once you're feeling better, we'll get you up here and come hang out with us on Phantasm Sunday. We're going to be doing this every Sunday until Phantasm weekend, and hopefully bring up some vendors. If some vendors that are going to the show want to come up and talk about what they're doing, and let people see the products they're bringing, and any of the guests that are going to be there, if they're interested in coming on. I'd love to get Austin Janowski on.
Christopher Nelson.
Michael Christopher would be cool. Christopher Nelson. I said his name twice, and I'll never get over it.
Yeah, just have multiple Christopher Nelsons.
Twice times thrice.
I'll get a Doomsday's Krypt shirt, and on the back of it, I'll just be Christopher Nelson fan.
Fanboy.
Yeah. Feeling better each day. I'm so glad to hear that, Beatrice. I'm glad. I know it's been a long recovery for you and a lot of pain. So I'm glad you're feeling better each day. That's always great to hear. And I've had back surgery, like I told her, and it's no joke. It's no joke. It takes a while to get 100%, and even then, you got to keep working on it. So, yes. But yeah, we got I know there's going to be more being announced for Phantasm. Let me go pull up the page again, and we can talk about it a little bit more. I was only planning on.
Going to be there?
Christopher Nelson's going to be here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The lovely Beatrice Bupley's going to be there. I can't wait for that. The Fear Street cast is going to be there. It's going to be awesome. 3 Michael Myers are going to be there. Dawn of the Dead, Michael Christopher, Bob, and his wife Dee. Austin Janowski, like I talked about, great dude. Monster Manor, Scott and Boris. It's Nick Benson. It's going to be stacked in tons of artists and paranormal stuff. And there's more to come. I know that for a fact. And it's always a great event because Anthony and Roy, who you don't see as much, great guys. They put on an awesome show. They're definitely they're a show I always got to go to no matter what. They've always been good to me, and I got to give them a big thank you. And that's why I'm excited doing these live streams on Sunday. I know Steven's got a big day tomorrow. He's got to get his butt back in gear. It's been great meeting you, Omi. Vinny, always good to see you as always, Brian, and the invisible Nicole. She's dressed as the invisible lady tonight. Thank you for being here. If any of you guys got any last words, feel free to say them. We'll start with you, Brian.
I'm just, looking forward to this show. I'm looking forward to all the cosplayers. I come from the comic book world, so I've been going to comic book conventions for years and years and years. And so seeing cosplays are really cool. And then going to the horror convention and seeing those cosplays, those are just amazing. I saw Larry Rawson, he was dressed as Harry Warden. I was like, that's cool. Like, that's a cosplay at horror conventions I'm sure you don't see much of.
I don't know if I ran into Larry. I was hoping to see him. He was probably dressed up and I didn't even notice it. It was so crazy busy. Was he? He went to Spookala, didn't he?
No, he did not make it. He didn't make it to Spookala, but at last year's Phantasm, he did dress up as Harry Warden, and like everybody was stopping to take pictures with him. I was like, that's really cool.
He dressed as Harry Warden. Didn't he dress as Leatherface too? He dressed as some. Was it Michael Myers? No, his friend dressed as Leatherface.
Yeah.
He was going to have me dress as Friday the 13th Part 3. I had an extra one, but I just didn't. I was so busy, and then by the time the end of the day came, I was just kind of. It was hard, to dress up. It's a lot of fun, but when you wear those latex hoods, like I got mine. Oh, that's what it was. I brought mine because I got one with the faceless, and even that you'll be dying from sweat.
Yeah. See, I want to see the other characters. Like I always see Freddy and Jason and Michael. Those are guys that are really cool. But I want to see these other characters. And I know Maria DeVivo, who is an author. She was just always talking about the little Chucky that was there at Phantasm last year. And then there was a separate family where their little girl was dressed as Tiffany. And so it was just photo moment, so I hope we see something like that again. That would be cool.
Well, there was some Sams. I've seen some pyramid heads. I'm not. I don't think there was the pyramid head at Phantasm, but yeah, I love the different cosplays too. I enjoy all of them, especially when they're really well done. Just there's so much fun to see. Like I was saying earlier too. I love the cosplay and meeting all the people at the table that come up and. Check out guys like Vinny and Michael Toth's art, Scott Straka's art, and all the people that come up and check all the different talents on the table and really get blown away. So if Vinny does make it, it'll be great to have him explain everything that's on the table. And then if I break anything, he can fix it for me right there.
And I can put your Michael Myers head on straight.
What's that?
I can put your Michael Myers head on straight.
There you go. You can buff him up a little bit for me. Get him a little bit pumped up.
Well, he's not turning this way.
And
Good
Steven,
night,
I sent
Beatrice.
you a friend request.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I sent you a friend request, Steven.
Oh, okay. I'll add you. Nice meeting you too.
Nice meeting you. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve's got a great show too. Horror Freak 85. He does the House of Horrors. Yeah. Well, Vinny's Houses of Horror. So you got to understand the tongue twister.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm actually going to announce it when I get off, but if whoever's watching, I'll go ahead and tell you now. Saturday, I'm going to have Natalie Himmelberger, Titus's wife, who also is in movies with him. So I'd interviewed him a few weeks ago, I believe, or maybe about a month now. I don't know. But she'll be coming on Saturday. And then the following week, the 18th, Steve Radinsky will be coming back, and his wife Eileen talk about shingles. So, and what else they've been up to. So that'll be fun. Shout out to Christopher Nelson.
And Beatrice Bupley and Brett Wagner who came into the chat and all the amazing celebrities coming. I say a guy's name twice because it popped up and I don't know. I saw a goatee and I can't walk and chew gum. I got a computer going here. I got the phone up here. It's all my, it's bad enough trying to pronounce a last name. I had to pronounce last names I didn't know. What do you got there?
Christopher Nelson.
Oh, Christopher Nelson. Oh, perfect. Oh, you got it. That's funny. That's an awesome picture. But Stephen also's had some great interviews in the past too to check out. He's had Daniel Harris. He had David Howard Thornton. He's had Tom Matthews last night. God, you've had a ton of awesome celebrities come on there. I'm jealous, but he's got a great show. So check out Steve, the Horror Freak 85, good friend, and then this guy right here, Vinny, a legend at doing what he's doing, and everything keeps coming bigger and better from him. And so we got some things planned for this event that's gonna even top the last event. That's just how it goes every time. And guys like Michael Toth got art already like rolling. Thomas Bruce, who did the Magnus stuff, rolling. It's going to be a stacked table for sure. Alani McCollum, Jesse Aarons, Daniel Cruz.
Not even on the table.
What's that?
you're gonna have stuff that's not even on the table.
Yeah, I got some plans for some new racks and stuff. So yeah. But
the whole show is going to be good because they're at a new venue, and where the venue is, it's going to get a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah. It looks like a much better place. The other place was okay, it was just not ideal to get around. There was a lot of walking in between, and the whole. It wasn't a bad. It was a good event. I enjoyed the event itself. Event. But I'm excited about the new place and location for them also.
I appreciate the parking there, though. That was a lot of really nice, just being right there.
Well, it's been great to meet you, Omi. We're going to be doing live Sundays. You're more than welcome to come on anytime. And I'm going to try to work on getting some guests each week. Maybe Brian can help me, and we can all work on maybe getting somebody from Phantasm, like I said, whether it's a vendor or whatever, and up here and talk about the event and keep the hype going on Sundays. Omi, do you have a channel or anything, or is there anything you'd like to shout out on your end?
You guys can find me on YouTube, Rooster Reviews. I do movie reviews on there, and I'm going to start doing some book reviews. We're going through the Stephen King Dark Tower series right now, and you can find me there, Rooster Reviews.
Excellent. I'll have to check it out. I haven't subbed to it yet, so that'll be on my list tomorrow morning, first thing, or later on after this stream.
But ROOSTER, or how do you spell that?
Yeah, ROOSTER Reviews. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Well, thank you guys again. Thank you everybody in the chat who was here. Always love and appreciate all the support. Another fun stream. Join us back again next Sunday. We'll be talking more Phantasm. And Phantasm. I'm not mentioning any names. No. Got to give a big shout out for Beatrice Buckley. She's going to be amazing. Anybody attending Phantasm, you guys are going to love her. She's one of the nicest people I've met. I can't wait to meet her in person. I've talked to her several times. She's been on the show, and one of my favorite interviews ever. And good night, guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you next Sunday. And I should have some lives Saturday. I don't remember what I got. Actually, I'll be at a premiere next Saturday, so I'll be probably doing some live streaming from the premiere of Voorhees, Night of the Beast by Jason Pitt, starring James Stokes and Olivia Disney, and a ton of great people in the cast. So, till next time, guys, take care. Peace.
Awesome. Bye.
All right, bye.
Have a good one, guys.